የሷነቷ ትርጉማት ፍታቀኔ ምንነት ሲገልጽ ይላል መዝገባት እሷ እናት አገር ሕይወት ትዳር ልጅም ኩራት ፍቅር ማገር የቤት ስጦታም ናት እህት እናማ ውበት ብለ ውቢት ጀግና ብለ ጀግኒት ክብር ብለ ክብርት አንድ ነገር ስጣት የሷ ሞዴል ከታየ ፍቅሯ ሁሉ ካለየ ምነው ታዲያ ዘገየ የኔ እናንተስ የታለ የታለ የታለ
ጽንዓት ዓቕሊ ተስፋ ፍቕሪ ብርሃን መሰጋገሪ መራሒት ናይ ህይወት ፍላጥ እያ ሓቂ ከዋኒት ያ ኩሉ እምነት እያ ወርቂ ሽምዓ ብርሃን እያ መፍትሒ ናይ ጽጌ ከኣሊት ያ ኩሉ ዋይ ከመዓስ የለን
ወደ ሱራሃቃ ኢፈ ቢፍቱ ጂቱ ዋቃ የመርጊቱ ኡሜረጋ የኢብሲቱ ኢፈዱጋ
Ishaladai tavape asciare Ottadane mata boncisiare
Salam, welcome to Studio Sami International Day of the Girl celebration.
Happy International Day of the Girl.
Happy International Day of the Girl.
Welcome to 100 Girls. Enrolled, educated, empowered.
First things first, call up the mortuary. Tell them on track, mother of the century.
Happy International Day of the Girl again to everyone joining us. We are so excited to celebrate this day together. We're here tonight to enroll the next 100 girls in Studio Samuel's Life Skills program.
Our goal is that every graduate of Studio Samuel knows that she has an option, a safe option that she created on her own.
Since the Studio Samuel Training for Tomorrow program opened its doors in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia in 2015, we've seen a powerful ripple effect. Over 2,200 girls now have access to further education, and 190 women have launched their own businesses.
Bring the beat back in.
As a supporter, you should know that 100% of your gift today is applied directly to the programs I just discussed.
And to all you girls who are there, you know that it's about to go down. You all are doing well, it's going to be fabulous, and you're going to keep going forward because that's what we do.
So thank you all for celebrating today with us. Happy International Day of the Girl, everyone. I'm Hannah Joy Gebrselassie, and I'm so excited to be back here with you all for a second year in a row. Hope you enjoyed that highlight reel from last year, and we're excited to show you what the girls have prepared for us for tonight. Let's all clap it up and extend a huge congratulations to the graduating class of 2021. Woo! Now, before we kick off the program, we'd like to mention a couple of quick points. The footage was shot at various times during the pandemic and some prior, so you'll see girls with or without masks based on local protocols that were in place at the time. Studio Samuel continues following all local mandates for the safety of the girls. And speaking of the footage, some of the film was actually shot by the girls themselves, woven into professionally shot pieces. So you'll notice a more organic storytelling style tonight, again, as told by the girls. Throughout the program, we invite you to leave any encouraging messages for the students in the chat box because we'll be saving them and sharing them with the class tomorrow. So make sure to share your comments and let us know what city, state, country you're tuning in from so we can share that with them as well. We are so grateful for your support today. Any donation at any level makes a difference and helps keep our girls in school. So let's go. It is girls who hold the key to building a brighter future, not only for each other, but for their communities and the world when given the opportunity. That opportunity is what you'll witness firsthand today, as told by Studio Samuel's graduating class. And to best recognize opportunity, sometimes we must first face the deepest of challenges.
ስሜ ነዲ መሐመድ ይባላል። ስቱዲዮ ሳሙኤል ፋውንዴሽን በመምጣቴ አዳዲስ ነገሮችን እንድለምድ ረድቶኛል። ውጪ ላይ በነበርኩባቸው ጊዜያት ለመስራት ይከብዳሉ ብዬ አስባቸው የነበሩ ስራዎችን እዚህ በመምጣቴ በጥሩ ሁኔታ ሰልጠኝ ጥሩ ክህሎት እንዳዳብር ረድቶኛል።
የጌትነት ነው። ስቱዲዮ ፋውንዴሽን ተማሪ ነኝ። እዚህ በመምጣት የሚያገኙት ጥቅም ሴቶች ተማሪዎች ከትምህርታቸው ጎን ለጎን የተለያዩ ሙያዎች ላይ ተሰማርተው ለውጥ እንደሚያመጡ አግኝቻለሁ ጥቅም።
My voice matters and I will use it to create change in my community.
Tamara Horton launched Studio Samuel after she adopted her son from Ethiopia, and she witnessed firsthand how the depths of poverty affect a woman's future. Training for Tomorrow targets each girl's all too common barriers: child labor, trafficking, child marriage, and lack of access to education. At Studio Samuel's Training Center, our staff of 18, all of whom receive fair wages and benefits, focus on a life skills education as identified by the World Health Organization. Classes such as computer coding, martial arts, creative arts, occupational training, and mentoring help each girl develop the leadership skills, critical thinking, and self-esteem, which are key to a positive and sustainable future. What does Studio Samuel mean to you?
Myself, social, my kin, community, safety, hope, gratitude, my voice matters. ያጋጣሚ ነገር ከለታት አንድ ቀን
In one of the unlucky day, tired from the chores and sleeping, I wake up from my dream and hear my parents' discussion. My mom, he is from wealthy family. He is decent and much older than her. It will be great if she marries him, and she will grow big in the marriage and learn the ups and downs of life. My dad, get ready for the ceremony. They will come again to get our approval for our child. I think of my life of after marrying the man they are talking about, and I decided to run away. After I left my hometown and started to live in city, I don't have no one to talk to. After I joined Studio Samuel, everything has changed. I find the opportunity to express my feelings, and I am surrounded by people who appreciate me. I acquired different skills. Now I am strong, have a dream, and work hard for my future.
ስሜ በላጡ ይባላል። የተወለድኩት በወሎ ክፍለ ሀገር ሲሆን ከቤተሰቦቼ ጋር እየኖርኩ ባለበት ጊዜ ታላቅ እህቴ በ14 ዓመቷ ያለ እድሜዋ ስለተዳረች እኔ ደግሞ በሰዓቱ የ8 ዓመት ልጅ ስለነበርኩኝ ስለዚህ የኔ ጣፋንታ እንዳይሆን በመስጋት አክስቴ ወደ አዲስ አበባ መጣችኝ እና ትምህርቴን ጀመርኩ። አክስቴ ቤት ውስጥም ልጆቿን ጨምሮ ብዙ የቤተሰብ አባላት ስለነበሩ ለነሱ ምግብ ማዘጋጀት፣ ልብስ ማጠብ፣ እንጀራ መጋገርና ሌሎች የቤት ውስጥ ስራዎችን በመስራት ጫና ቢኖርብኝም ከፍተኛ የሆነ የትምህርት ፍላጎት ስለነበረኝ በትምህርት ቤት ውስጥ የደረጃ ተማሪ ነበርኩኝ። በዚህ መሃል ስቱዲዮ ሳሙኤል ፋውንዴሽን ከወረዳ ሰዎች ጋር በየቤቱ በሚመለምሉበት ጊዜ እኔንም በመዝገባው መዘገቡኝ። በመሆኑ በድርጅቱ በሴትነቴ የሚደርሱብኝ ችግሮች ለመቋቋም የሚረዱኝን እውቀቶች አገኘሁኝ። መጽሐፍትን እያነበብኩኝ የኮምፒውተርና የኢንተርኔት ትምህርትን እስከ 12ኛ ክፍል ድረስ በከፍተኛ ውጤት እያስመዘገብኩኝ ስላለፍኩኝ በአሁኑ ሰዓት ሙሉ ስኮላርሺፕ አግኝቼ በላብራቶሪ ሳይንስ እያጠናሁ እገኛለሁ። በዚህ ራሴንና ሀገርን የመለወጥ ሙሉ ተስፋ አለኝ።
As you've seen, Studio Samuel is dedicated to breaking down barriers that have created inequity and exclusion for generations, and they do this through 3 specific programming arms. From the adolescent girls we're celebrating today, to college students, to their successful micro-lending programming for the girls' caregivers. Studio Samuel provides a continuum of programs, meeting their girls and their community where they are, and empowering them to create their own personal and community well-being, including education, health, economic development, self-esteem, confidence, and reinvestment in their community. Your support helps fuel this work, and we are so grateful that you each are here with us today. And for International Day of the Girl, we have some special items for anyone who donates a 1-year scholarship, which includes some Ethiopian coffee, just like this, packaged in an organic cotton bag signed by our global ambassador, Julian Lennon. We also have hand-woven scarves called natellas, just like this, that are autographed by the girls, which you will receive if you purchase $50 to support the program. You will receive more information about these items and ways you can support after the event. And of course, you can always find them online. Thank you for your support.
Hi, I am Salam Kidanu. I am student of Studio Samuel Foundation. Now I am going to introduce you Tamra Horton, who is the founder of Studio Samuel Foundation.
Thank you, Salam. Happy International Day of the Girl. I'm Tamara, founder and executive director of Studio Samuel. Before I get started, I want to share with you that if you ever get a chance to go to Ethiopia, I highly recommend it. The stories that you hear today are specific outcomes and experiences that we've had working where we do. Our work is needed in impoverished areas, so that's what you'll hear today. It does not reflect all of Ethiopia. And again, if you get the chance, you should definitely go. So again, happy International Day of the Girl, and we're so excited to celebrate our class of 2021. They've worked so hard and we're so proud of them. On behalf of our girls and our team in Ethiopia and in the US, I want to welcome all of our longtime supporters and send a really special thank you for being here to the new friends of Studio Samuel who've joined us. There's an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And you, our supporters, have proven that over and over again this past year during such a crucial time. The past 18 months have not been easy for anyone, including Studio Samuel. And there's a really good chance that we would not be here today if it wasn't for you. And we're so grateful. I can't reflect on the past year without first noting the strength of the women in our community during a normal time. They and their girls face regular challenges of financial hardship, food insecurity, taxing workdays, and harsh living conditions. With limited resources, they cope. But how would they ever sustain a global pandemic? And we had to ask ourselves, are we as an organization equipped to sustain it? Students were coming to our training center during lockdown, begging us to open so they could feel connected, they could continue learning, and most of all, they wanted to be with their Studio Samuel family. When the guards at the training center told them that it was a government mandate, they must return to their homes, the girls began showing up at our staff's homes and asking for the center to reopen. Being at home for an extended period, girls would be at a higher risk of child marriage, child labor, gender-based violence, and possibly trafficking. To address this, we immediately implemented a buddy system in groups of 4, 3 girls and 1 social worker. They would speak as a group on the phone at least every other day regarding school. And for any emergency, each student had a line of communication to their social worker and vice versa. This was a success, and we saw each girl return to school when schools reopened. We also found ourselves working outside of a typical programming with stronger health measures in place, giving food, vitamins, and loads of PPE. And this wasn't only for our girls, but it was also for government health workers as well. The community came together in ways that we couldn't imagine. And it's this community's strength and the dedication of our Ethiopia staff that I give 100% full credit to for the fact that we never lost one girl during the pandemic. When I launched Studio Samuel, after I befriended a young girl who had been sold into trafficking, when she opened up with me and shared her story, it became the seed that planted what Studio Samuel has become today, reaching over 2,500 girls. Bizrat had a brother who was in school. There weren't enough financial resources for Bizrat to stay in school. The solution that her family came up with, which was a very, very difficult decision, and it was also a very long thought out plan. And that was for her to work abroad. And this is what trafficking looks like. It's not always what you see on TV of somebody being coerced into a situation, kidnapped, going somewhere unknowingly. Sometimes, unfortunately, it's a plan. And there were other people involved in this, and money has to be saved for many, many months, especially when you're living in poverty. This was Bizrat's story. And when she landed, she was assigned to a broker, and she landed in her new country. Her passport was taken, and she was not paid the entire time she was there. And that's key to note, because that was part of her family's plan. They thought if they couldn't provide for her and put a roof over her head and provide the most basic needs, that if she was placed in a different family as a house servant, she would make money, and she could also send money home and hopefully provide for her family that was still in Ethiopia. That wasn't the case. So passport was taken. She was not paid the entire time she was there. In addition, she was sexually, verbally, and physically abused by the male in the home, the son. And when the mother, the wife in the home, found out about the sexual assaults, she blamed Bizrat for that, not her husband or son. And she pushed Bizrat out of a 3rd-story window. That's the only way that Bizrat got her passport back. because she was in the hospital from her injuries and she was of no more use to this family. She got her passport back and went back to Ethiopia, to her village. And then she became an outcast. And it was a very poor reflection on her family as well, because the community was spreading lies about her that she had been a prostitute, which was not the case. She was sexually assaulted. Because of the prostitution rumors, her family couldn't find work, and they were in a deeper crisis. So Bizrat had to leave and move to the city, which is where I met her. So after she shared this story with me, I was so proud of her for what she had overcome, that she landed on her feet and she had a new beginning ahead of her. And I told her this. Very matter of fact, she said, "Don't be proud of me. I'm saving my money now to pay for a different broker." She thought she might have a different outcome. And like I've said before, it was like a punch in the gut. And I couldn't understand why she would do this. Again, I'm not in that situation. I couldn't imagine it. And she said, "What are my other options? This is my only option." And she was absolutely right. And that was the heartbreaking part of her story. She didn't have options. Trafficking for a second time after being pushed out of a third-story window, that was her option. And that is why I started Studio Samuel, because I found out that that story was not that uncommon, not specific to Ethiopia, but to girls around the world who are denied an education. If we could create a platform that kept girls in school and created safe options, where they made their own decisions, they knew their voices mattered. We don't give our students anything tangible. It's a learning platform, and what they're doing with it is quite incredible, and that's what you'll hear from today. You'll hear the stories of these graduates, of the classes before them, of them mentoring girls in their community from the skills they learned. There's a student named Aisha who's going to speak, who's incredible, and she takes our lessons that she learns to her neighbors, and they're excited to do this, and they wait for the next lesson. That's the ripple effect. That's why we want to share our story today. That's why we want you to share our story. Local action has global impact, and it's a ripple effect, and our girls are doing it themselves. It's a teach a woman to fish model, and they're doing it. So I invite you to come on this journey with us. And the next clip is one of my favorites. It is a song called "Touch the Sky" by our incredible global ambassador Julian Lennon. It features 100 girls' faces, and every girl in this video is from our program. And when they came into our program, they were one step away from being in a situation like Bizrat. And that's not the case anymore. So, lastly, I will say that as we always do, we work alongside our girls, not over them. So tonight is their night. They have chosen what they would like to share, and they want to share with you what their community means to them, what Studio Samuel means, where they're going to go, and they're giving messages to the incoming class. So thank you again, and we do hope you enjoyed tonight. And the next song you're going to love. Thank you.
Hold your heart within your hands, cope with what your life demands, and leave it all behind. Free yourself from all the lies, free yourself from what's inside, leave it all behind. Can't you see we're a part of destiny? We all want to touch the sky, we all ask hurt and feel your pain. We have lived a life of blame.
ስሜ ኢየሩሳሌም ነጋሽ ይባላል። ስቱዲዮ ሳሙኤል ፋውንዴሽን ተማሪ ነኝ። እዚህ ድርጅት ውስጥ ባለማር ኖሮ ለድብር ትጋለጥ ነበር። ምክንያቱም እቤት ውስጥ ያለ ምንም ስራ ሊሆን ይችላል የምውለው። እዚህ ድርጅት በመጣበት ጊዜ የተለያዩ ስልጣኖችን ስለምወስድ አይምሮዬ አንድ ነገር ላይ ትኩረት እንዳደርግ ይረዳኛል።
UNICEF's theme for International Day of the Girl this year is Digital Generation, Our Generation, which calls for bolder solutions to gender equality as it relates to technology. To deliver tonight's UNICEF message, I introduce Studio Samuel's Youth Ambassador, Imogen, and Studio Samuel student, Nobel.
In 2021, the Generation Equality Forum launched 5-year commitments for bolder solutions to gender inequality, just as the world entered its second year of the COVID-19 pandemic. While the pandemic has accelerated digital platforms for learning, earning, and connecting, some 2.2 billion people under the age of 25 still have no internet access at home.
And the girls are more likely to cut off. The gender gap for global internet users grew from 11% in 2013 to 17% in 2019. In the world's least developed countries, it hovers around 43%. But the gender digital divide is about more than connectivity. Girls are also less likely than boys to use an own device and to gain access to tech-related skills and jobs.
New technologies and the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic are radically transforming learning platforms and jobs. Digital literacy is essential to thrive. Only by addressing the inequity and exclusion that span geographies and generations can we usher in a digital revolution for all, with all.
For the past year, Imogen and I have been a part of Studio Samuel's Language Lab, a new remote program at our training center that brings mentoring, tutoring, reading, and a new community together digitally. When you support Studio Samuel's Girl Scholarship Fund, you are creating a ripple effect that reaches far beyond my community and yours. When you donate today, one more girl will be impacted by education.
Happy International Day of the Girl. I'd like to introduce to Studio Samuel, Vice Chair Miss Helen.
Good evening. I'm Helen Stephan Moreau, and I'm the CEO and founder of the Midtown Group, and I'm also the Vice Chair of the Board of Studio Samuel. As a woman business owner, I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunities afforded me here in the USA. Any challenges I may have faced do not compare to the challenges and threats of child marriage, child labor, and trafficking that young women in poverty face. That's why empowering girls to become empowered women is important work that's very personal to me. Now that you've heard the issues our girls in Ethiopia face, we must now turn to what can be done and help empower our girls. Studio Samuel's Teach a Woman to Fish approach equips at-risk young girls with the opportunity and tools to reach their full potential and become strong, independent, educated women with options and opportunities. This reduces the likelihood of them falling victim to the common pathways which deny them education and their voices. Each scholarship provided to our girls protects and safeguards them from the many dangers they are at risk for. I wish you a happy International Day of the Girl, and I also congratulate our Studio Samuel class of 2021. Thank you for your contributions and for helping make all these results possible. Thank you. Good night.
It's been said that if you want to change the world, reach out to the youth. From Ethiopia to Canada, Australia, United States, with high school students, sororities, youth NGO partners, these are the youth changing our world at Studio Samuel.
ብሌን ተፈራ እባላለሁ። የዚህ ድርጅት ተማሪ ነኝ። በዚህ ድርጅት በሚሰጠው ስልጠና ስኬታማ ስለሆንኩኝ በጤና አምጥቼ አስገብቻታለሁ።
ስሜ ሻካሚል እባላለሁ የስቱዲዮ ሳሙኤል ፋውንዴሽን ተማሪ ነኝ በማህበረሰብ ውስጥ ያደረኩት ተጽዕኖ ሴት ልጆች በራሳቸው ችግራቸውን በራሳቸው መንገድ መፍታት እንዳለባቸውና ችሎታቸውን ማዳበር እንዳለባቸው ግንዛቤ ሰጥቻለሁ
My name is Abigail Ndala, chairperson and founder of Shine Abyssinia. Shine Abyssinia is an organization that is founded by 3 inspiring young women, and it aims to bring sustainable, just, peaceful Ethiopia through youth-led movement. Within our partnership time with Studio Samuel Foundation, we have seen the girls as eye-opening that Ethiopia as a country have a better future. To express it in one word, it's an organization that changes darkness into light by giving hope, courage, and support to the young girls to have a better future and to be the change in Ethiopia. By becoming one, we have seen that we can bring a bigger impact.
Happy International Day of the Girl! Congratulations to the Studio Samuel 2020-2021 graduates.
Alpha Phi Sorority believes in empowering women, which aligns with the message of Studio Samuel. Women will thrive through education and community, which we believe is super important.
Hey everyone, my name's Adina Benya. I'd like to start off by wishing you a happy International Day of the Girl. I'm so excited that you took the time to join us and celebrate these young women and their academic accomplishments for the 2020-2021 school year. As a Studio Samuel's college ambassador, I have made it my mission to bring Studio Samuel's message to my community in Waterloo, Ontario. My involvement was to help women and girls both locally and globally. Aligning with Studio Samuel's message of female empowerment, it was my goal to help women feel safe and empowered. By getting the local university sorority involved and partnering with Krav Maga Waterloo, I was able to create an opportunity for women in my city, as well as for the girls at Studio Samuel, to learn a new skill set. The need for knowledge and self-defense in my community, as well as in Ethiopia, are crucial for the survival, integrity, and self-efficacy for all females, regardless of background, race, or status. When I walk on my university campus, I want to feel safe and confident knowing that I have the ability to defend and protect myself in any given situation. I know that this Krav Maga program will help our girls as they walk through their community.
Hello, my name is Dustin, and I'm the lead instructor and owner of Krav Maga Waterloo here in Waterloo, Ontario. For the past several months, I have partnered with Studio Samuel to help produce self-defense tutorials for the girls and young women enrolled in their programs. Our goal is simple. We believe everyone has the right to feel safe and to protect themselves and their loved ones. I appreciate the opportunity to work with this amazing organization, and I'm looking forward to continuing in the future.
ስሜ ኤደን ጉርሻ ይባላል የስቱዲዮ ሳሙኤል ፋውንዴሽን ተማሪ ነኝ እዚህ ከሚሰጡት ስልጠናዎች ውስጥ መካከል ቴኳንዶን ወዳለው ምክንያቱም ራስን ከማከላከል አኳያና በስነ ምግባር ትልቅ ጠቀሜታ ስላለው
መጀመሪያም ቴኳንዶን ይገባሁት ሰዎች ደብድቦኝ ነው በሰዓቱ ምንም አይነት ስልጠና ማልሰራውምና በጣም ተደብድቤ ነበር ስሜ ብርቱካን ሽፈራው ይባላል የስቱዲዮ ሳሙኤል ፋውንዴሽን የመጀመሪያ ዙር ተመራቂ ተማሪ ነኝ በአሁን ሰዓት ላይ በስቱዲዮ ሳሙኤል ፋውንዴሽን ውስጥ ቴኳንዶና በጥልፍ ስፌት በማስተማር ላይ ይገኛለሁ ፔንቲኬችምቢ ችምሰጊዋን ችምሰን ሲጃ ከእህቶቼ ጋር እየኖር የነበረው ኑሮ በጣም ከባድና ፈታኝ ከመሆኑ በላይ የምንኖርበት ቤት አልነበረንም የምንኖረው የፊስታል ቤት ውስጥ ነበር እጅግ በጣም ፈታኝ ነው በተለይ ሴት ልጅ ሆነሽ ደግሞ በጣም ፈታኝ ነው ከምንም በላይ ማለት ነው ስቱዲዮ ሳሙኤል ፋውንዴሽን ባደረገልኝ ገዛ ፈርስት ዳኒን ተፈትኜ ሴት እህቶቼም በቴኳንዶና በጥልፍ ስራ ላይ በማስተማር ላይ ይገኛለሁ የማገኘውን ገንዘብ በአካውንቲንግ ትምህርትና ታናሽት አለችኝ ታናሽቴን በማገዝ ላይ ይገኛለሁ ለኔ የህይወት ዩኒቨርሲቲ ብዬ የምለው ቤቴ ነውና በጣም ነው ደስ የሚለኝ ፋይት ያው ከልጆች ጋር ስንሰራ በእነሱ ውስጥ ራሴን ነው ማየው በቃ አንቺን ነው እየተከተሉ የሚሄዱትና በእነሱ ውስጥ ብርቱካንን ነው ማየው ሁለት ህልም አለኝ። አንደኛው በተማርኩት ትምህርት አሪፍ ቦታ ብደርስ ደስ ይለኛል። ሁለተኛው ደግሞ ግቢያችን አድርጎ ያሰለጠንኳቸው ልጆች የተለያዩ ሀገራት ሄደው ይወዳደሩልኝ በጣም ደስ ይለኛል። ለኔም ሆነ ለእህቴ ህልም መሳካት ትልቁ ሚና ሲጫወት የነበረው ስቱዲዮ ሳሙኤል ፋውንዴሽን ነው እና በዚሁ አጋጣሚ እጅግ በጣም አድርጌ ላመሰግነው ፈልጋለሁ። ለወጣቶች ያለኝ መልእክት በተለይ ለሴት እህቶቼ ማስተላለፍ የሚፈልገው ነገር ቢኖር ህልማችን ተሳክቶ እስከምናይ ድረስ በጣም መሮጥ እንችላለን። በጣም ለዛም ደግሞ ኩሎችና ቁጥቦች መሆን አለብን ብዬ አስባለሁ። በጣም አመሰግናለሁ።
These girls are absolutely inspiring, and we hope you've been enjoying the program so far. Of course, there's a bit more in store, but right now it's time for you to get up off of your couches because we are going to dance a little bit. We might not be able to see you, but we can feel you. So get up. Yes, I'm getting up with you. Get up right now. Not playing games. Stand up off your feet, off your feet. We're going to clap it up for the girls as they start dancing here on screen. We're going to be welcoming them. They're going to be wearing traditional clothing such as this and different attire, and they're going to be doing dances from various regions of Ethiopia. So join us as they celebrate International Day of the Girl. Off your feet. Come on, y'all, start clapping. Don't be shy. Awesome. Thank you for participating, everyone.
I'm Benny Pugh, author, music executive, father, and supporter of Studio Samuel. Impact is important in our lives. And even if you can't see it, the value of what you give is really important for those who you help. Studio Samuel is not only just a global organization, but is also very prominent in the community. Drilling down, helping girls find a way in education. Now it's a call to action for each and every one of you in the sound of my voice to give so one more girl has an opportunity for school.
ስሜ ቤተልሔም ጎዝጉዜ ይባላል። ስቱዲዮ ፋውንዴሽን በመምጣቴ የሚያጋጥሙኝ ችግሮች በራሴ መፍታት ችያለሁ።
ስሜ ብዙአየሁ ስለሺ ይባላል። የስቱዲዮ ሳሙኤል ፋውንዴሽን ተማሪ ነኝ። ከትምህርቴ ባሻገር ሌሎች ሙያዎችን በማወቄ ለሌሎች ሴቶች አርአያ መሆን ችያለሁ።
ስሜ ሄርሜላ አብይ ይባላል። ስቱዲዮ ሳሙኤል ነው የምማረው። ከሚሰጠው ስልጠና ውስጥ የምወደው ሲንጀር ነው፣ ምክንያቱም በዛ ሙያ ውስጥ መሰማራት ስለምፈልግ።
መልካም ሻቶ ባላለው የመጣሁት ከጉለሌ ክፍለ ከተማ ከወረዳ 2 ሴቶችና ህጻናት የስርዓተ ጾታ ባለሙያ ነኝ። ያው እንግዲህ የስቱዲዮ ሳሙኤል ፋውንዴሽን ከጽህፈት ቤታችን ጋር መስራት የጀመረው ከ2007 ጀምሮ ነው። ያው የሚሰራቸው ስራዎች በወጣቶች ታዳጊ ወጣቶች ላይና ተማሪዎች በኮቪድን በማስመልከት ያው ብዙ ተማሪዎች ቤቶቻችን ብዙ ሀገራዊ ችግሮችን ባየንበት ሰዓት ድርጅቱ ለነበሩ ተማሪዎች ቤተሰብ የምግብና የንጽህና መጠበቂያ ቁሳቁሶችን ድጋፍ ሲያደርግ የነበረ ተቋም ነው። ለረጅም ጊዜ ስልጠና ሰጥቶ የሲኦሲ ፈተና ድረስ በመስጠት እውቅና እንዲኖራቸው አድርጎ የቻሉትን ስራ እንዲሰሩ በማድረግና በማህበረሰባችን በወረዳችን ላሉ ወጣት ሴቶችና ታዳጊ ልጆች ትልቅ ለውጥ ያመጣ የወሰዱትን ብድር ግን እንዲመልሱ ባለማስገደድ ትልቅ አስተዋጽኦ ያደረገ ተቋም ነው። ያው እንደ ሀገራችን ይታወቃል ብዙ የስራት ዘርፎች ስራት ሰው የሚሰራበት አጥቶ የተቸገረበት ሁኔታ ላይ ቢኖራል ስቱዲዮ ሳሙኤል ፋውንዴሽን ግን ለሴቶቹ ሲኦሲ ድረስ በማስፈተን ለስራ ዝግጁና ለስራ ብቁ ያደረገ ተቋም ነው። ያው እነዚህ በሲኦሲ እየሰለጠኑ በኮምፒውተርና በልብስ ስፌት የሰለጠኑትን በኮሌጅ ስታንዳርድ ነው። ስለዚህ ድርጅቱ ለማህበረሰባችን እጅግ በጣም አሉ ከሚባሉት እስካሁን ከወረዳችን እየሰሩ ካሉት ድርጅቶች በዋናነት ትልቅ ለወረዳችን ለውጥ ያመጣና ለማህበረሰቡ ትልቅ አስተዋጽኦ ያደረገ ተቋም።
Happy International Day of the Girl, everyone. I wanted to extend a very special congratulations to all of the 2021 Studio Samuel graduates. You've worked so hard and we're so proud of you for everything that you've accomplished. And to all the supporters watching, it is vital that we provide this same opportunity for the next 100 girls. One of the most impactful gifts that you can give is joining our community of monthly donors for the Studio Samuel's Girls Scholarship Fund. Whether it's $10 or $100, your support goes a long, long way. Please join us today. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Chisula Kokoris from the White Feather Foundation, which was founded by Julian Lennon in 2007. Working alongside communities with culturally relevant programs is important to our foundation, and one of the reasons we value our partnership with Studio Samuel. Additionally, health and education is one of our focus areas of giving. After learning that critical funding for HIV education was cut within the Studio Samuel community, we jumped in to help. Thankfully, our campaign was completed right before the global pandemic hit in early 2020, so those funds directly helped Studio Samuel's class of 2021. I'm honored to play a small role in today's celebration and an even bigger role in the future of Studio Samuel through our partnership. On behalf of our entire team at the White Feather Foundation, thank you all for your support of these amazing young women.
Hi, I'm Meron, Deputy Country Director and Health Officer of Studio Samuel. To empower girls, we need to keep them healthy. HIV/AIDS cases are increasing. We have HIV/AIDS positive students, and some of our students are living with their HIV positive caregivers and family members. In our basic clinic, we have health education program, and with that, we give awareness about HIV for our girls, and our girls go back to home and give awareness for their family, and which is encouraging. This shows us knowledge equals to power. We are very grateful for our partner White Feather Foundation for their support, and with this initiative we have been able to test 75% of our students for HIV, and all of them are negative.
እሺ መብራት እዚህ ድርጅት ከመምጣትሽ በፊት በማህበረሰብ ውስጥ ስለ HIV ኤድስ የሚነገሩ ብዙ አመለካከቶች አሉና ከዛ ተነስተሽ ደግሞ አንቺም የነበረሽን ሐሳብ እስኪ ንገሪ።
እሺ አመሰግናለሁ። ስሜ ማብራት ፍቃዱ ይባላል። እዚህ ድርጅት ከመምጣቴ በፊት HIV ኤድስ ምርመራ ማድረግ ፈራ ነበር። ቢኖርብኝ ማህበረሰቡ ያቀለኛል ብዬ ስለማስብ ነገር ግን እዚህ ድርጅት ከመጣው በኋላ ባገኘው ትምህርት ያስተሳሰብ ስህተት እንደሆነ ተምሬ እናም ድርጅታችን ባዘጋጀልን HIV ኤድስ ምርመራ ላይ ምርመራ አድርጌ ነፃ መሆኔን አውቃለሁና በዚህም ደስ ብሎኛል። ድርጅታችንንም አመሰግናለሁ።
ስሜ ቅድስት ተፈራ ይባላል። በማህበረሰብ ውስጥ ስለ HIV ኤድስ ልክ ያልሆነ አመለካከት አለ። ከዛም አንዱ ቀጭን ሰዎች HIV ኤድስ አለባቸው ተብሎ ስለሚታሰብ እኔም ቀጭን ስለሆንኩኝ HIV ኤድስ ይኖርብኛል ብዬ ፈርቼ ነበረ። ግን በዚህ ድርጅት ባገኘሁት ግንዛቤ ይህ አመለካከት ልክ እንዳልሆነ ተገንዝቤያለሁ። ይህም ድርጅት ባመቻቸልኝ እድል ተመርምሬ ነፃ መሆኔን አውቄ ደስ ብሎኛል። ስለዚህም ታናናሾቼን እንዳስተምር ረድቶኛል።
ድርጅት ከመግባትሽ በፊት ስለ ኤችአይቪ ኤድስ ያለሽ ግንዛቤ ምን ነበር? ምን ነበር የሚያስፈራሽ?
እሺ ስሜ ደስታ ብሩ ይባላል። ስለ ኤችአይቪ ኤድስ ያለኝ ግንዛቤ እዚህ ድርጅት ከመምጣቴ በፊት ኤችአይቪ ኤድስ ያለበት ሰው እንደማይኖር አስቤ ነበረ። እናም እዚህ ድርጅት ከገባሁ በኋላ ኤችአይቪ ኤድስ ያለበት ሰው መኖር እንደማንኛውም ሰው መኖር እንደሚችል ተገንዝቤያለሁ። እናም ድርጅታችን ባዘጋጀን የኤችአይቪ ምርመራ ጤጄ ተመርምሬ ነፃ መሆኔን አረጋግጫለሁ። እናም በጣም ደስ ብሎኛል። ድርጅቴንም አመሰግናለሁ።
እሺ ኤችአይቪ ኤድስ ለመመርመር ከቤተሰብ ፍቃድ ታስፈቅጂ ምን አይነት ችግር ገጠመሽ?
ስሜ ቤተልሔም ባልቻ እባላለሁ። እናቴን የኤችአይቪ ኤድስ ምርመራ ለመመርመር ባስፈቀድኳት ወቅት እምቢ ብላኝ ነበረ። ምክንያቱም በምትመረመሪበት ወቅት ኤችአይቪ ኤድስ ቫይረሱን በመርፌ ይወጉሻል ብላ ስላሰበች ከልክላኝ ነበረ። ነገር ግን እኔ አሳምኛት ኤችአይቪ ኤድስ ምርመራ ተመርምሬ ነፃ መሆኔን ነግሬያታለሁ። እናም ደስ ብሎኛል። ድርጅቱን ማመስገን እፈልጋለሁ።
It is so true. Knowledge is power. This is one more example of how working alongside a community is vital. You've heard the girls say they're already sharing what they've learned with their families and friends and communities. They're using their voices for change. Some of these girls entered the program extremely shy, and fast forward to now, and here they are, standing tall with confidence and power and speaking up so boldly, as you've seen so far today. To the Studio Samuel girls, we are so proud of you, and we encourage you to keep on going. And to another young woman using her voice for change, again, please welcome our college ambassador, Adina Benya.
When I first started my internship with Studio Samuel in September of 2020, founder Tamara Horton sent me a book that changed my life. Find Me Unafraid, written by Kennedy Adode and his wife Jessica Posner, taught me the impact that we, as individuals and as a community, can have when we seek opportunities to make the world a better place for those around us. Kennedy had a vision to create a safe place for the youth in his community, and after a lot of hard work and perseverance, he successfully opened up a school for girls in the slums of Kibera, Nairobi, Kenya. Kennedy saw the need to positively influence the youth of his community, and even after the first school was built, he did not think once that his work was completed. Kennedy kept going. Today, Shining Hope for Communities, SHOFCO, provides community-based educational and leadership programs for women and girls across 10 slums in 3 cities in Kenya. Our next speaker is a man who changed the lives of hundreds of thousands, a friend and advisor to Studio Samuel, Kennedy Adode.
My name is Kennedy Odede. I'm the founder of SHOFCO, a grassroots organization that works in the informal slums in Kenya. But today, I want to talk about an amazing organization called Studio Samuel. They have developed a comprehensive program for girls in Ethiopia, and their work is just amazing. As you all know what's happening around the world, especially what's happening in Ethiopia now, they need more support as we speak now. These are young women who want to develop their future, and their program are really dedicated in a sustainable way to take these girls out of poverty so they can have a better life. Please, I ask you humbly that you support them so they can support and educate and give the skills to more women, especially young women in Ethiopia. Thank you.
ስሜ ፈተጠጋው እባላለሁ። የስቱዲዮ ሳሙኤል ፋውንዴሽን ተማሪ ነኝ። ከዚህ ድርጅት ውስጥ ከሚሰጡ ስልጠናው መካከል የምወደው ኮምፒውተር ነው። ምክንያቱም ወደፊት ጻፊ መሆን ፍላጎት ስላለኝ።
ስሜ በእምነት ድግሴ ይባላል። የዚህ ድርጅት ተማሪ ነኝ። በዚህ ድርጅት ውስጥ ከሚሰጡ ስልጠናዎች መካከል ኮምፒውተርን እወዳለሁ። የምወድበት ምክንያትም ወደፊት ሶፍትዌር ኢንጂነሪንግ ማጥናት ስለምፈልግ ነው።
ስሜ ሀብታም ክንፈ ይባላል። በዚህ ድርጅት ውስጥ የምንወስደው ስልጠኖች ውስጥ መካከል እኔ በጣም የምወደው ጥልፍ ነው። ጥልፍን የወደድኩበት ምክንያት የሀገራችንን ሀበሻ ቀሚሶች ለዓለም ለማስተዋወቅ ስለምፈልግ ነው።
ስሜ ገነት በላይ ነው። ከስቱዲዮ ሳሙኤል የምወደው ስልጠና ካውንስሊንግ ነው። ካውንስሊንግን የመረጥኩበት ከሰው ጋር የመግባባት ክህሎቴን ስላዳበረልኝ ነው።
ስሜ
ስሜ ዘሪቱ አቦዬ ይባላል። የስቱዲዮ ሳሙኤል ፋውንዴሽን ተማሪ ነኝ። እዛ በሚሰጡ ስልጠናዎች ሁሉ እሳተፋለሁ። እንዲሁም በኮምፒውተር፣ በጥልፍ፣ በሲንጀር እና በካራቴ። ከዛ ውስጥ ሁሉ በጣም ወዶ ጥልፍና ጥልፍን በመሰራበት ሰዓት ደስተኛ ሆኜ ነው የምሰራው። የተለያዩ ዲዛይኖችን እንሰራለን። እንደ አልጋ ልብስ፣ እንደ ትራስ ጨርቅ እና የጠረጴዛ ሽፋንን እንሰራለሁ እና በጣም ደስተኛ ነኝ። ይህን ሁሉ ስራ በመስራት እና የተለያዩ ስራዎችን ስሰራ ያው ገቢ አገኛለሁ። ባገኘሁት ገቢ ራሴንና ቤተሰቦችን እረዳለሁ። ይህን ሁሉ ስራ በማግኘቴ ደስተኛ ነኝ። ሙያን በማግኘቴ ደስተኛ ነኝ እና ድርጅቱን በጣም አመሰግናለሁ። እግዚአብሔር ይስጥልኝ።
ስሜ ንጋቱ አበበ ይባላል። የዘሪቱ አቦዬ እናት ነኝ። ልጄ እዚህ ድርጅት ገብታ እጅ ስራ በመስራቷ ሙያ በማግኘቷ በጣም ደስ ይለኛል። በጣም ነው የማመሰግነው። እሷ ይሄንን እየሰራች ትረዳኛለች፣ ራሷንም እኔንም ትረዳኛለች። ለዚህ ሁሉ ተደስቼ ነው የምኖረው። እግዚአብሔር ይስጥልኝ። አመሰግናለሁ። ድርጅቱንም በጣም አመሰግነዋለሁ።
I'm Dorian Gregory. Education, knowledge, it is the magic, it is the gold, it is the everything. It's the Merlin's wand to anything that you could possibly fathom in abundance and happiness and prosperity and just doing great things in life. I am so ecstatic with your commitment, and I look forward to the journey and the future and all the gifts that it holds for you. I'm Dorian Gregory. I just want to say hi. You're doing an amazing job. Got the magic of life.
ስሜ ዳንኤል ይባላል። በስቱዲዮ ሳሙኤል ፋውንዴሽን ውስጥ ተማሪ ነኝ። በዚህ ድርጅት ውስጥ ከሚሰጡ ፕሮግራሞች በጣም የምወደው ቲያትር ነው። ምክንያቱም ጽሁፎችን ለማዘጋጀት ስለምፈልግ ለዚህ መረጥቶኛል።
My name is Merhawit. Studio Samuel is mandatory for us. For most of us, we spend our time by doing unnecessary things. But because of Studio Samuel, we use our time properly, and also it helps us to have the skills we don't have. So I think of Studio Samuel as my second school because of the regular school is educational, and this one helps to improve my potential for my future. So it is very important.
My message for new coming students is to take all the trainings properly. For example, counseling will help them to improve their confidence, and it also helps them to solve their problems by themselves. Sewing and embroidery. After we finish the trainings, we will have a certificate, so it will help them to find a job and make money. Computer will help them in school to be clever students. Karate helps us to know how to protect ourselves. We learn so many things, so I advise the newcoming students to take all the trainings.
For the newcoming students, I want to say use this opportunity properly. You can't find this opportunity. This kind of opportunity is not even available if you pay.
We opened up today with a student bravely sharing her child marriage experience with all of us through her poem. Our closing poem tonight sheds light on another all too common challenge faced by girls around the globe, child labor. This is her story, as narrated by singer, songwriter, producer, documentary filmmaker, philanthropist, fine art photographer, and New York Times best-selling author, and of course, Studio Samuel Global Ambassador, Julian Lennon.
ስሜ ያዛልቾም ይባላል። የስቱዲዮ ሳሙኤል ፋውንዴሽን ተማሪ ነኝ። እዚህ ድርጅት መጥቼ ባልማር ኖሮ ቤት የስራ ጫና ይበዛብኝ ነበር።
ታሪኬን ቀየረው። ጠዋት ተነስቼ ለሁሉም ቤተሰብ
I wake up early and prepare breakfast for the family. While they have breakfast, I clean the house. Lunch is my duty, and then washing clothes, doing the dishes, and then dinner. Not going to school and have no one to talk to, always talking to myself. I couldn't think for my future. I joined Studio Samuel and see girls like me, found the place to share my feelings. When they show me I can, I started to focus on my future. By the skills I acquire, I have a better future. Now I'm changed. I know I'm more than my problems. I know I can.
Thank you for being here and celebrating International Day of the Girl with us today. In behalf of my class and my community, we hope you will stay involved. አመሰግናለሁ።
Amasaganalo indeed to everyone who joined us today. This does conclude our program, and we want to thank you again for spending your day with us, your time, your energy, and your love. We encourage you to support the Studio Samuel Girls Fund by visiting the website, or of course, a follow-up email will be sent. Again, that's the Studio Samuel Girls Scholarship Fund. Please enjoy this closing video, and remember, when you empower girls, you empower humanity.
Hold your heart within your hands, cope with what your life demands, and leave it all behind. Free yourself from all the lies, free yourself from what's inside, leave it all behind. Can't you see? We're a part of destiny.